What up, everyone? It's the DCEU podcast, man. And in this podcast, I'll be talking about Martian Man Hunter's reveal in the upcoming Snyder Cut of Justice League, which will be premiering in 2 months. I hope you're all excited for it as I am. It's been confirmed that Henry Lennox will be playing Martian Manhunter in the upcoming Snyder Cut. It was already confirmed that all the early DCEU movies were in fact building up to reveal him as J'onn J'onzz, aka Martian Manhunter, in the original Justice League movie that was going to come out before Joss Whedon took over and rolled him out of it. To everyone who may not know it, but Henry Lennox's character, aka General Swanwick and later Secretary of Defense, was indeed Martian Manhunter the whole time, which would explain why in Man of Steel there was a little uncertainty surrounding him when it came to the topic of Superman and being an alien in Man of Steel. One of the many hints for General Swanwick to be the extraterrestrial hero was that his uniform he wore was always a dark shade of green, which was one of the primary colors of Martian Manhunter with his uniform. In the comics, his uniform that he wears is typically a darker greenish blackish color. So yeah, it mixes well with what he was wearing in his human disguise. And, green is also his skin color. My prediction for Martian Manhunter's role in the movie is that while in the comics he's the last of the Martian race who comes to Earth and became a founding member of the Justice League, his origins may be tied in with the current story with Darkseid. I predict that during the time that Darkseid and Steppenwolf invaded Earth all those years ago, Wonder Woman mentioned in Justice League about how other alien races helped defend the planet from the invasion. While the theatrical cut showed the Green Lanterns fighting, well, really just one Green Lantern, but still, my prediction is that Martians from Mars probably came to Earth to help defend it as well. So it's possible that it's because of that Martian Manhunter is on Earth, or it could be that either prior to that story, the battle on Earth, Darkseid and his forces invaded Mars and killed off everyone except for J'onn. But at the same time, it could be, like I was saying earlier, that the Martians came to Earth to help defend it, but were overwhelmed, and Martian Manhunter was the last surviving one, which would make him, extremely ancient, even compared to, the Atlanteans and the Amazons, but we'll see how exactly they're going to tie it in. So Martian Manhunter being on Earth could be to prevent another invasion, or wanting to be among people since his kind was pretty much wiped out. Somehow his origin will tie in with Darkseid's arrival. I can feel it in my bones about that. He could be the one who thoroughly explains to Batman and the other members of the Justice League about Darkseid's plans and his tactics that he uses for battle. During the final battle with Darkseid, like Superman and Steppenwolf, he might be a major factor in winning their fight against him, since he has an array of different types of powers and abilities that would possibly make him even stronger or more powerful than Superman. But the question that I raise about all this is whether we'll see all of Martian Manhunter's powers. Obviously, we'll see his super strength, flight, and shape-shifting powers, but will we see his telepathic and phasing through solid objects? But will we see his telepathic powers, be able to read people's minds, look into their thoughts, and whether or not we'll see him phase through solid objects like his Marvel counterpart Vision did in his debut movie. And I wonder if it will show his vulnerability towards fire, since to the Martian race in DC Comics, fire is like kryptonite to Superman. Because during the final battle, Darkseid could exploit that weakness to give him the advantage, or someone from Darkseid's ranks. But for Martian Manhunter's powers, while he would be given a huge advantage over the parademons and some of Darkseid's generals, there could still be a way around it though, whether it's a weapon or a power that someone from Darkseid's ranks possess. We'll see how they deal with this somewhat overpowered hero. While this movie will be out in 2 months, I'd still like to announce some Easter egg ideas relating to him. Starting with the first live-action appearance of J'onn J'onzz in the 1997 live-action Justice League TV movie, in which he was portrayed by the late David Ogden Stiers. My suggestion is to have his name appear somewhere in the movie, whether it be as a member of the military/army that he's in charge of, or someone in the government when they learn of Steppenwolf's arrival, or, just have that name somewhere. It would be like how in Ant-Man there was a cameo of Garrett Morris, who was the first actor to portray a live-action version of the hero on Saturday Night Live. I also propose that they have an Easter egg relating to Miss Martian, Martian Manhunter's niece from Young Justice. Having her appear in the movie would contradict the whole Martian Manhunter being the last of his kind bit, unless they rewrite the story and say like Martians are just in hiding. But my guess is that they'll go into the last Martian direction. And so, to Easter egg her, I propose that it could be that it's implied that she is one of the unlucky Martians during the first time of Darkseid's invasion to not survive, or as his human persona, he could say that he has a niece, but in actuality is lying to keep his real identity a secret. There could be an Easter egg to Martian Manhunter in the animated Justice League show that aired in 2001, like referencing his voice actor who portrayed him in the series, Carl Lumbly, since that was one of the greatest portrayals of Martian Manhunter in all of TV and movie, at least in my opinion. I mean, there's been other portrayals of him in other shows and movies, but still, I feel like they should have a reference to him to honor like what a great performance that Carl Lumbly gave as the extraterrestrial hero. That's all for this podcast. Remember, you can listen to me on Copy RSS, Spotify, Radio Public, Pocket Casts, Overcast, Google Podcasts, and Breaker. And remember to hit like and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you all enjoy the Snyder Cut coming out in 2 months. I know I will. Thank you. Goodbye.